Everyone's ready, it says. Okay. First off, thank you for being here. My name is Iman. You know that I'm your friend and also fellow colleagues in JCPS school system. I'm going to share with you some information about an app called Paper that hopefully you can use in your classroom to help out with blended instruction. I will share my screen. You will be seeing yourself momentarily, possibly. All right. What do you see?
I can see it.
Okay, you see the presentation? Okay,
Yep.
great. Okay. Great. Okay. Jessica, what grade level do you work with?
Sorry, I had it on mute. I work with 9th through 12th grade.
Okay, awesome. And your discipline is?
English as a second language.
Okay, great. So I appreciate you for being here and allow me to spend a couple of minutes with you teaching you about this awesome resource called Paper. You'll see that Paper is an educational support system, and Jefferson County Public Schools has purchased this, and it's available to you, to myself, and to our students. Paper's mission is to provide equitable, personalized, and scalable academic support that serves every member of your school community. And that coincides with the district's vision and the district's mission. District's vision to empower students to become future ready and positively impact the world, and the district's mission, we will provide an equitable education for all students to be prepared for college and or a viable career path for a successful life. So let's continue. So what is Paper? Paper is an app for both students and teachers to use for tutoring and assignment review. The Paper experience. You will be privy to instant and unlimited 24-hour, 7-day-a-week tutoring. Chat is also available in English, French, and Spanish. And with you being an ESL teacher, Jessica, I'm sure that having these languages might be helpful. I know that Mandarin is one that I believe they're working on. And I know there's other languages that you work with, but hopefully in time they'll develop more access to other languages through chat. The Paper experience also involves an access on all devices, and the interactions are recorded and transparent. So you or I could see the conversation that took place, as well as any other person who has authority to look into a student's account. In addition, and I encountered this today, professional development opportunities exist, and that's unlimited as well. There's an app for that. I don't know about you, but I have a lot of apps on my phone, and I oftentimes use my phone just like it's my personal computer. And Paper does have an app, and it's accessible through your app store. And I personally love when programs have apps, so I can download yet one more from my phone. Okay, so let's explore Paper together. and see what we find out. So I would love for you to take a moment to find any assignment from your class where feedback would be helpful. And don't submit anything that might be an essay for review, because of course we're not going to take that time to download that and wait for a review. So I am going to put in the chat, if you want to, you're welcome to use that assignment as you experiment with the paper app, unless you have one of your own that you want to work with.
No, that's okay.
Okay, thank you. All right, so let's move forward. Where to find this app? You will go to your JCPS Quick Links, which is typically in the top left corner of your home screen, and click on Clever. And you'll instruct your students to do this as well. The same way we get to paper is the same way the students will get to paper. And it won't take long for you to be an expert over this program and teach students. And this will allow them to be much more independent and have even some control over their own acquisition of knowledge and help. So once you're at Clever, then you'll log in with Google if you need to, if you aren't automatically logged in. And you want to look for the paper icon, and it's this blue image with the white boundary or border rather, and it's a white P. Now, sometimes you might have to put paper in the search and it'll pull it up, because right now I have mine hearted, but as you'll see, here's Clever, and I don't have to look for mine. You'll see that I have mine right here, and this little district lets you know that this is approved by the district. They're okay with us using it. Okay. All right. If I'm going too fast or anything, just let me know. And of course, I've gone to the wrong presentation, so please forgive me. Well, it seems that I have, oops. All right. Well, tell me, have you had occasion to use this app already, Jessica?
Yes, I have introduced it to some. Wait a minute. Am I on mute?
No, I hear you.
Oh, yes, I've introduced it to a few students, but I
Okay.
haven't really had a lot of time to sit down and explore if they're using it.
Okay, yeah. And I appreciate that. I had to kind of wing it there because somehow I lost my my presentation. So forgive me. All right. So
It's back up.
okay, good. All right. So after you access the app, these are the general steps that you're going to follow. You'll choose the area of support that you want to want help on your assignment. For example, this math assignment over here, I would click on the math course. The beauty of the paper app is everything is already uploaded, like the student's entire course and teachers' names and the subject matter are there. So, and you as a teacher don't have to do any inputting. For example, like it's kind of embedded, just like with maybe Google Classroom. So you or the student will choose their area of support and then introduce yourself to the tutor by saying something polite like, hello, my name is Miss Jackson, and I need some help with this assignment. And then you want to engage. I know we want to encourage our students to keep the phone out of their hands and actually anticipate the tutor to communicate back. Okay. Excuse me. You might have to click a code of conduct prior to getting started, but these are the images that I was speaking of with regards to the courses. So this is just a generic screenshot, but you'll see that there's math, science, social studies, just your general core classes there. Okay. And much like this screen here, where Macrina appears to be the tutor, I heard a student say today, he's like, is this a AI? Is this a bot, or is this a real person? And it is an actual real person. And I think in this day and age, that's a pretty cool feature, that you're actually interacting with a person. In addition, before I go to this, in addition to the chat feature, if we go back, you also can upload an assignment for 24-hour review. That's something that I was able to use with my students this school year on one of their assignments. And I think those that took advantage of that opportunity had a little bit more sense of ownership, and they had an awful lot of pride, because the first thing that the tutor does is congratulate them for, you know, writing and submitting their paper, and then they go into the nuts and bolts of the assignment. So here is images of an actual student at my school who was using the paper app. The image on the left is the one where he would have clicked on the course, and the image on the right is where he's actually beginning to type and tell the tutor that he needs help. In addition, I was able to download the actual conversation that this scholar had with the tutor. Okay. And so what I did with my students is I required them to give me a screenshot of, you know, some verification that they actually used the program. Now, granted, we as teachers can see whether our students have used the program, but once again, it just puts a little bit more accountability in their hands. Okay. And you'll see the speaker here, I think his name was Joey. And then there's the conversation back and forth. This is the screenshot, one of the screenshots that the student posted, so the tutor could get an idea of what the student knew and how much they had already completed. And the conversation goes all the way until the student comes up with the answer, and the tutor confirms that the student did the problem correctly. One thing that was rather amusing to me about this particular student is he just wanted the answer. He had used up all of his free trials on his Google Map or Google Math that would just take a picture and give him the answer. and he was kind of put out with the idea of having to actually go through the problem. But at the end, I was congratulating him because he trusted the process, and hopefully he's that much more wiser. Okay. In addition, and there's only a couple of more slides. I appreciate your patience. This was an interview with an actual student who used the paper review services. And it was just a couple of questions that I had asked her. Would you recommend this app to another student, and why? And the student said, I think I'd recommend this app for how well organized it is. It has different categories for every class. Plus, there's not a lot you have to do in order to use it. It was way more motivating to get on that than have to use Google Classroom. And another question I asked was, for which classes did you use it? And she said, I had a lot of health assignments and reading assignments on there. The only thing I haven't done is math. So that lets you know that there's a variety of resources. Seneca is an allied health program. I know the school you're at has a veterinarian program. And so I imagine that even if a student had an assignment on something in those classes, they would still be successful with a tutor. So keep in mind that you can do it. You can master the paper app. And I do want to thank you for your time. Do you have any questions that I can answer before we call it a day?
I do not.
Okay. Well, I greatly appreciate your time, and I encourage you to use the app. And if you do have any continued questions, you know how to find me. Let me know.
Oh, sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Are you still recording?
I'm going to try to stop recording now. Hold on. Now. Okay.